For this video, I'm going to give my thoughts on doping in triathlon. I'm just going to focus on the pro ranks in this video, but I'll follow it up with another video talking about my thoughts on doping in the age group ranks. So just because triathlon hasn't been rocked with a scandal like a lot of other endurance sports, such as Lance Armstrong for pro cycling, that doesn't mean that doping isn't a huge problem. But I think a really important distinction is whether or not you believe that you need to dope in order to compete at the highest level and win world championships. In this day and age, I think it's fair to start from a position of believing that doping exists in all sports. So if we start from a position where we do believe that there is a doping issue in triathlon, then a really important question to be asked is whether or not you can win the Ironman World Championship without doping. In my opinion, I do think that you can compete at the highest level and win the Ironman World Championship without doping. Now, the only person who I can know is 100% clean is myself, because I'm aware of everything I put into my body. So when I compare my performances to the performances of the athletes at the top level competing to win Kona, I don't think what they're doing is unrealistic. I didn't grow up as part of a swim club. I wasn't on a track team. I don't have any sort of cycling background. So when I compare my results to the results of the top athletes, it's completely conceivable to believe that what they're doing is clean just by having a better athletic background. On top of that, I don't know if my genetics are okay, good, or great, but just a difference in genetics can make up a significant difference in performance as well. So when I see the times that the Lionel Sanders, the Patrick Lange, the Jan Frodeno, the Sebastian Kienles of the world are doing and compare them to the times that I'm currently capable of doing, it seems completely reasonable to me that they can be competing and winning clean. So does that mean that there's not really an issue with doping? No. Just because I think you can be on that top level clean, that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody on that top level would be clean. It seems like most of the positive doping cases have been for second and third tier athletes. But at the top level is where most of the money in the sport is and the greatest incentives are in order to try and gain a competitive advantage. So I don't necessarily believe that every athlete on that top level would be clean. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I don't have reason to suspect anybody. It just makes logical sense that if there's athletes doping at the lower levels, they would also be doping at the highest level of the sport. Now, I don't know how you solve the doping issue in triathlon or in any sport, but I can take solace in the fact that I do believe that triathlon is one of those sports where hard work can pay off, that you don't need to dope just to compete. When you hear about Lance Armstrong talking about when he was doping throughout the tours, they felt like they needed to dope in order to compete and that everybody was doing it. I don't think that everybody is doing it in triathlon, and I think more often than not, the best athlete will win, not just the best athlete with the best pharmacist. I'd love to hear your thoughts on doping in triathlon. As I mentioned off the top, I'm going to follow up this video with my thoughts on doping in the age group ranks. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. If you like what you see, please click the subscribe button down below. And until next time, happy training.
Oh, this you crazy mother.